From the Black Swan Media Studios, deep inside a secret underground bunker, we're speaking to freedom-loving patriots from all around the country and the world. Welcome to the Resistance. This is John Crump, live.
It is
live.
It is John Crump live, and I happen to be your host for the day, John Crump. And I'm not only the host, I am also the namesake of the show. And I have Rich on the show too. And I don't know, our guest is Mikey, who's a really cool guy. Maybe he got hung up or something. I'm going to send him a message right now to be like, yo, what's up? My favorite Green Beret. He's a really cool guy, and every time he's on the show, it sounds like a commercial because I always talk about his sauces and stuff like that. But it's because I really, really like his sauces and his rubs.
I keep saying this. There's a couple of people I haven't ordered products from. He's one of them.
Dude, you got to, man. I mean, it's like,
and
it's great.
Yeah, I really got to close that deal. That's ridiculous on my part. Same thing like Goonbeam. I haven't ordered anything from Goonbeam. I really feel like a jerk. I gotta get something from him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't actually buy. I don't like actually get the stuff for free or anything. I actually buy it with my own money. And I have actually had family members that now buy it with their own money because they talk about how like good my steaks are and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, you know, this is a little secret.
Can I talk about something just in case? This is a full auto log trigger pack. Here is my mostly printed semi-auto trigger pack, and it freaking works. I was like,
he's running a little bit late. He's his call kind of ran a little bit late.
Cool. So can we talk about what I did to make this work?
Yes.
The cool thing is, so the hammer here, or the body of this trigger. Let's see if I can look trigger body. Yes. So the printed body had some clearance issues. And I just didn't like the look. Basically, if we're all AR builders, this is the evil third hole right here. That's where the auto sear goes. So the printed trigger pack does not have the evil third hole. And the problem was the trigger, the way the trigger swings. Do I have a trigger out? But the way the trigger swings, there's the springs attach below the pivot point, and the pivot point was hitting in the bottom of the printed area here. So I clearanced that. This, I don't even know what this part is, but this part here rides in a channel right up here. I had to give a little bit of space for that. And then apparently this is the drop safety. I don't really know how it works. Let's see, can I get light in there? There's this metal bar, and that was super tight. So I increased the clearance. And it's funny, I don't know why, but it appeared in my queue, a video on printing sloppy. In other words, I measured the tolerances, and the tolerances were exactly the width of the part on the original trigger pack that somebody designed. And they did the heavy lifting. I'm not saying I did anything. I mean, honest, I did this in Tinkercad. It's, you know, like, a kid's 3D modeling software. So I opened up, added some slop to the tolerances, so it wasn't exactly perfect. Because two things: when you print, you have a certain amount of randomness that you got to deal with, and the other thing is you need either you plan on an interference fit because something's going in and not going to move, or you plan on having it move, so you're going to want some clearance between the parts. And that's what I did, and it's working. I'm stupid excited. And it's a trigger pack with the only thing I'm using is the OG hammer. Basically, I'm using the springs, of course, but all of the other, the the stock AUG trigger pack is all plastic. It's all injection molded, and my semi-auto trigger pack is basically I'm just using the hammer and a couple other small parts, but all the plastic parts I printed. So I'm stupid. I didn't design them. I'm the monkey that pushed print on the typewriter. I didn't. But it's still pretty exciting for me.
Yeah, Mikey says he's trying to wrap up. He has a big announcement to make,
Woohoo! Woohoo!
and it's really good. If you don't know, guys know, Mikey B is one of the owners of Smoke Bros. Smoke Bros is a bunch of Green Berets that decided to make barbecue sauce, rubs, and everything else like that. From their time around the different parts of the world, they all would make crap using local ingredients, and so they came back here and they started a company, and they used the same methods, same procedures, same ingredients that they used overseas, where they would make it in camp, and started making it and selling it, and they've been really, really successful. Plus, he has some really great stories too.
Yeah. Hey, and Chris Bullis, I'm like, dude, you're supposed to be a friend. No, I did not call anybody. I knew what was wrong. I fixed it myself.
Well, there you go. That's really good. I'm proud of you.
And so Ron Wayne wants to know, how deep in the bunker are you actually?
Very deep, about 400 feet deep, about 40 stories.
I've been there.
No, I'm not. It's a basement.
It's a basement. It's just two cipher locks to get in, a handprint, retinal scanner.
Hey, you got to keep the kids out somehow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, people think it's weird that I have locks on my door, combo locks to get to the basement and stuff like that.
Well, so my passage from the garage into the house, nobody in the house, like our house is quote unquote keyless. I have a keypad to get in from the garage into the house. So everybody uses, the garage door opener to get in the garage door. And then when they hit the passage door into the house, we got a keypad. It's not connected because I don't want to have, that hackable portion of my life. Of course, the lockpicking lawyer does not live in my neighborhood either.
Yeah, my keypads, they're not connected either.
Yep.
Yeah, just keep it off the network.
Yeah. Oh, I have the wrong thing to highlight because it just moved too quick. I got to get used to it. So both Dark and I got new computers within a day of each other, and when I would run StreamYard for the show, I would not be able to click and highlight. I'm going to unclick Ron's comment there. It would take 20, 30 seconds for it to happen on my computer.
Do you know how the intro will sometimes stop running?
Mm-hmm.
That only happens when you're on.
I'm on a new computer, so it didn't happen yesterday.
This never happened when you're not on, but it happens every single time that you're on.
Now, is that because I'm, I have admin privileges or whatever, two people with admin privileges, something?
No, Dark was on yesterday. He has admin privileges.
Okay. That's weird.
Not really sure what's going on there. But yeah, so there's some big news in the gun world that has come out, a lot of big news, actually. like 3
Right.
articles behind. I haven't made a video because there's so much big news. There is the Glock suing P80 over
It's funny.
the
I woke
G43.
up to that and I almost forgot about it. I'm like, "What's he talking about, douche?" So my first reaction to that story was, when I heard just the title, it's like, what are they suing over? Everybody's doing a Gen 3 Glock. The patent's out on the Gen 3 Glock.
Not on the 43 though.
Hmm. Yeah, the 43. So apparently they're suing over the slide stop mechanism on the 43.
Yeah, because not the whole thing is not the same.
Wow. Wow. And I like I don't have a relationship with Polymerity. Let me put it that way. Friends of mine do, and I like the idea. I mean, I was selling a boatload of Polymer80s at one time, and I like the idea of Polymer80, the concept of it, concept of 3D printing your own guns, that kind of thing. I While I understand intellectual property and all that bit, I hope this can be resolved where Polymer80 still exists and still has product. And I'm hoping in the future things get less restrictive in that Polymer80 kind of world.
Yeah, Glock is
Um,
very litigious.
well, you only heard from their lawyer once, right?
No, I've actually heard from the lawyer a couple different times. No, like one of the things they did when the gun shop I was selling Glock mats, and they hit me
Oh,
with the cease and desist. I was like, what are you guys doing? They're like, you can't sell those. Those are infringing on our trademark. I was like, they're licensed. And they're like, looked at it and like, oh yeah, sorry, we'll
oh,
whitelist
no
you.
way. No way. No way. So you were selling their licensed product.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I
So
mean
they
that's like
whitelisted
the
me.
joke on Ferrari. Like Ferrari, like if you modify their cars, they'll get mad at you. And like if I did it and
Like
didn't do
Marshall,
videos
like
on it,
who was it? Like the Ferrari.
yeah, I forget who that was, but
Well, that was
another
Marshmallow.
YouTuber, famous YouTuber,
No, that was a musician. That was like
musician. Oh,
Marshmallow.
it's me.
I think that was.
Oh, okay, whatever. Yeah, I don't even know. I know the Ferrari. I don't know anything else about it, but. I think in some cases there's reasons, in some cases there's not. Like Huffman Tactical got a call from Rare Breed, and I'm like, leave the kid alone. It's like he's not taking money from you.
Dead Mouse. Thank you.
Dead Mouse, thanks.
Dead Mouse is the guy with the Ferrari.
Yeah,
Thank you, Frag Out
so,
Designs.
and Frag Out always with amazing videos. I love looking at what Frag Out does. Crazy cool stuff.
Yeah,
And
so that happened today. And then there was a FOIA release of remember back in 2019 I reported on the NICS self-identification indents, the
oh
self-identification
yeah,
indices.
yeah. So when you
There
could
was
say, "Hey, I want to be on the list," right?
Yeah, there was another FOIA that came out showing that we thought there was only been in use from 2016 to 2019. When I broke my article, they stopped doing it like next day because it wasn't exactly legal. But it turns out they were using the form since 2011, and they were giving them to medical facilities to sign patients. So the patient would sign, "I am not of mental capabilities to own a firearm. I'm not of sound mind and body, but I have enough sense to sign a life altering document."
Right, right. Wow, wow,
So that
wow.
came out today. There was a bill. Andrew Clyde introduced a bill. He was a Republican rep out of Georgia a while ago after my article broke, trying to get information from the DOJ about how many times these forms have been used and stuff like that. But Democrats in Congress killed the bill. the resolution to have it turned over.
So, the Republicans don't have a supermajority; they have a majority, and it
Well, this
just
would
sounds to me.
no, that now they can probably do it through the House,
Oh,
but this is back when they didn't have it. This is when we
mhm,
started
mhm,
broke, so who knows if it's going to be reintroduced or not.
gotcha.
So that happened. I talked to Michael Cargill this morning a couple times.
And who's Michael?
Michael Cargill, the
Yeah.
bump stock case.
Oh,
So I talked to him about the judge. He was like, "Yeah, this is an activist judge." Yesterday, Cargill, the district judge, ruled in favor of Cargill, which the Fifth Circuit said. But the Fifth Circuit said, um, fine for the defendant or for the plaintiff, and give all suitable relief. And the judge, which was pissed off, you can tell he did like a one paragraph thing saying, "I'm doing this because the Fifth Circuit is telling me to. I'm ruling and finding in for Cargill and closing the case without issuing any relief," which was exactly against what the Fifth Circuit said. You have to give relief. You can't just say, "Okay, well, I'm finding for you, but I'm not going to give any relief in the case."
wow.
So now they have a couple different things. There is something called Order 59, I believe.
General Order 62?
Are you talking about Order 66?
66? Oh, okay.
66, man. Come on.
I'm not that much of a nerd.
Yeah.
I'm a nerd, but it may
Yeah.
be a deep into other things, but not Star Wars.
Rule 56, I believe it's called. Now you get me. Rule 59, which says, it basically goes to the judge, says, "Hey, you screwed this up. Please fix it because you didn't do it." So they can do that, or they can go for an emergency order to the Fifth Circuit, which seems like, okay, well, they'll do it in a day or two. But, it could be a day, it could be
Yeah,
a month, it could be a week.
but
But
that's a lot
he
of
won
shenanigans.
overwhelming. It's Rule 59, but he
Johnny Bar.
it's not Rule 34. It's not in 66. May come with egg rolls, but yeah.
and I'm gonna poke Ron Wayne a little bit. Ron doesn't have a 3D printer
Wow. Go to
because
freaking Micro Center, drive like a few hours if you
his
have to.
wife is certain he'd be addicted to it.
No.
And
Yeah, well, once you start 3D printing useful stuff, like you're like, "Oh, I need something like, can you just 3D print it?" Okay. So that came out. I talked to Michael Cargill. He basically said that the judge took his toys and went home and called him an activist judge. Pretty cool guy. So that came out. So we did the polymer 80. We did that. Oh, there is another story that I am working on where Connecticut is suing 4 ghost gun makers, including
everybody.
Indie Firearms. They're trying to put them out of business by doing that. So that article
Well,
is next up.
but they're civilly suing.
Yeah,
It's a civil suit,
it's a
which
civil
I
suit.
don't know what you got to have some sort of damages. I'm sure they can claim anything, so it doesn't
Well,
matter.
they can claim that, it cost them law enforcement, blah, 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 money or hospital money, whatever. Public nuisance stuff. It's civil suits are easier to prove. They don't need
Yeah, there's no
a
bar,
super
basically.
majority.
Yeah, there's no bar to claim a suit against somebody, and then there's a low bar to get it passed. So
Yeah,
yeah.
you don't need a super majority.
So what was I saw the title, I didn't look at the video. 2A EDU had a video titled like the 5 bills they're bringing in Michigan. So anti-gun bills in Michigan.
Yeah, they're bringing a bunch of anti-gun bills in Michigan. Yeah, they're bringing a bunch of anti-gun bills in Michigan, which is definitely interesting. There's a bunch of anti-gun bills going around the country, but since brewing, most of these bills are being found unconstitutional.
But New York, I'm just shocked at the Supreme Court hasn't taken any further action against New York
No,
because
they're gonna let the circuit court rule, and then they will step in if the circuit court does not do exactly what they say.
Mhm, mhm.
It's all about a procedural thing where they
Right.
don't want to overstep on anyone's toes. But all these bills are going to be knocked down. They're going to be found unconstitutional.
Mhm.
I mean, the bump stock, the Cargill, the rule on frames and receivers, and also pistol braces. There's a bunch of cases which will get temporary relief, but Cargill is probably going to the Supreme Court. And by the time I mean, it's going to give us temporary relief. I
Mhm.
believe that a judge is finally going to say nationwide injunction, and then there's going to be appeals. But I don't think any of these appeals or any of these cases are going to reach the Supreme Court because I think Cargill is going to knock them all down because the Supreme Court is good. I know a lot of people say they don't think Garland's going to appeal to the Supreme Court. I think he is. I think he is, and the Supreme Court almost has to take it. I mean, there's always a chance that they don't, but there's a 99% chance that they will take it because of the circuit split. Because you can't have federal law in one place but not another place. So I believe that the
Right.
Supreme Court, I believe Garland's hands being forced. He's going to have to appeal, and the Supreme Court's hands are going to be forced, and they're going to have to take it. And I do believe that they're going to find it a violation of the APA, and also Chevron. And I think it's all going to get knocked down, and that's going to kill not only bump stocks but frames and receivers, and also the rule on pistol braces and any future rule. Because you got the rule of litany too, which is a big part of all these cases. The rule of litany says basically if you're determining a rule, you have to determine it in favor of the defendant in a criminal case. And they're determining these to be criminals. They're determining these criminal statutes to ban things. And the rule of litany says you have to determine it to be the most lenient as possible towards anyone that might be violating it. So, I mean,
I
these are all in trouble. Like, gun control's in trouble. I mean, it's in trouble, and like, also pistol braces, right? Think about it this way: during Heller, there was 1.2 million ARs in circulation, right? And the Supreme Court determined that to be in common use.
Mhm.
1.2 million in common use. There's a hell of a lot more of ARs right now. In fact, 3 to 40 million of them have pistol braces on them,
Right. Right.
which would put that in common use by just using their
So
own Supreme Court definition.
even if you try to dilute the number by saying the population growth, blah blah blah, it's still a stinkload more.
No, yeah,
If you
the amount of
if you
ARs.
average out braces by population growth, it's still more braces than ARs when they said ARs were in popular use,
Well, in 2008,
common use.
last year they sold more ARs than they sold up until 2008. That's 1 year. I think they tripled the number of sales. So basically now they're freaking way in common use. I mean, they went from 1.2 million to 50 million in
I'm counting the receivers I have sitting on the shelf.
14 years, which is insane. So they're definitely in common use. Even by the ATF's definition, and the population of the United States didn't grow by that much. The
Yeah.
population grew by like 1.2% or something like that.
I mean, I hate to, go to the tyranny, blah 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 thing, but it is. It's amazing to me. Somebody commented earlier that while these things percolate up through the court system and eventually to the Supreme Court for a decision, that our rights are being denied, and it's quite a large amount of BS that our rights are getting diluted and denied this way. I'm incredibly frustrated, and I'm curious what the game is with the government. Like, I don't know if it's a bunch of is the government acting in concert with each other on different issues? I don't believe so, because that would be magic. But if anybody ever had faith in the U.S. government of being an honest broker, an honest dealer, and ethical in what it does and executes, that's this week we've got overwhelming proof that's not the case.
My hands are cold, so I'm putting on gloves. These are like safe line gloves. I was gonna send you a pair. I can't remember what size you wear.
Large.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Is it
So you got
79
small
degrees?
hands like Trump.
I got small hand, large. I got large. These are large.
Okay. Did you see that video that I sent you?
No,
The
I didn't
videos
look at
of-
any of
Oh, holy shit! They're hilarious.
it. I know I was just busy all day with stuff. So otherwise, I figure this evening I'll take a look at them when I need a laugh.
Freaking, they're hilarious. It's Joe Biden on a date. It's like I'm gonna play it. It's a bunch of different ones. They're about like a minute long. They're about a minute long, and I'm just gonna play one, and you guys can go watch the rest. I will link to this guy's channel.
Are we going to get copyright strike?
No, because this guy only has 600 subscribers, so he's not even getting notified.
No way.
Yeah.
Really, he's putting all that effort. He's doing some serious, cool, funny stuff.
Yeah, I mean, everyone needs to. Everyone go there, subscribe to him, and be like, "Hey, I'm coming from John Crump Live. I'm subscribing to you."
And don't copyright strike me. Don't
And
taste
don't
me, bro.
copyright strike him, please. So no, we're not gonna get copyright strike. But this guy's doing some really funny shit. Oh, hold on. Let me go ahead and share this.
All right, Joe, the headsets are on.
Yep, we're going to guide you through this date.
So tell me a little about yourself. What do you do for work?
I'm a president of a country. How about you?
Oh, wow, that's super interesting. I'm a senior accountant at Deloitte.
An accountant. Wow, that's amazing. I could never be an accountant. I couldn't handle the pressure.
Slightly weird response, Joe.
Yeah, being a president of a country is objectively more stressful than being an accountant.
Well, I'm sure being a president can be stressful too.
No, not really. Honestly, I just eat ice cream all day and binge watch TV shows. Have you seen The Last of Us?
Kind of weird you doubled down, but let's see how this unfolds.
No, I haven't, but I heard it's a great show.
All right, Joe, you need to recover from this. She seems a bit disinterested. Ask her something deeper.
How do you handle death? Is it hard for you?
What the fuck was that?
Are you serious, Joe? I didn't mean ask something that deep.
Excuse me?
You're losing this bitch, Joe. You need to come back with something strong.
I agree with Donnie. Just say sorry and talk about something else.
Shit. Okay, sorry. Let's talk about something else. Ever wonder what it'd be like to be a caterpillar? You could sneak under doors and stuff. Haha.
Jesus Christ, Joe.
I can't believe you just asked me that. I've actually always wondered that. You get to be an introverted little insect, then one day you get to be a butterfly. It's actually amazing.
Joe, I don't know how the hell that shit worked, but lean into it, buddy.
You ever wonder if you already are a caterpillar, but just were put in a human body? And that's how my dog ate the Declaration of Independence.
That happened?
Wow, that's amazing. I didn't know dogs could get through security clearance like that.
Yeah, so do you have any pets or do you hate animals?
Weird way to ask that, Joe.
Yeah, I have a goldfish. Her name is. Wait a second. Why is my ex walking over here?
Hi, Rachel.
Oh shit, her ex is gay.
What a curveball. College Dropout is literally my GOAT album. I listened to it front to back. I even like the skits.
I haven't seen you for so long. What have you been up to?
I've been designing a jacket that's literally made out of imagination. How about you?
Not much either. Well, it was nice seeing you.
Nice seeing you too. Well, I'm going to go do something completely left field now. Bye.
Bye, Yay.
All right, Joe, just keep the conversation moving forward, and whatever you do, don't mention her ex.
How big is he?
Damn it, Joe.
I mean, tell me more about your goldfish.
Yeah. Her name is Taylor.
Her name is Taylor? That's interesting. I've never heard of that name before.
All right, Joe, you're taking steps back now.
Yeah, Joe, just go for the close. Ask her if she wants to have a drink at your place.
Would you want to come to my place for a drink? You can bring your goldfish.
Well, my goldfish doesn't really move locations, but sure. I'd be happy to have one.
Wait, Rachel. I was just rapping unreleased songs to my waiter when I realized something. I still love you.
I don't know who to choose. On one hand, you, Yay, made my beautiful dark twisted fantasy, and I've literally dated you for a long time. On the other hand, Joe, you're decently nice.
Come on, pick me, Rachel.
No, Rachel, the choice is obvious. You should pick him. Shit, wait, no, I meant me. Damn it.
Joe, you're very sweet. I like the way you say wacky things, but my heart tells me Yay. Sorry.
Wow, that was hard to watch.
Yeah, I haven't seen Joe this sad since that time I forgot to get him Chick-fil-A sauce.
Cheer up, Joe. This happens to everyone.
But this keeps on happening to me. I feel so sad, like an ice cream melting into a puddle of goo.
Look, you have to keep trying. Life is about persistence and building giant golden skyscrapers.
Let me handle this, Donnie. Okay, Joe, so there's this game called Doodle Jump where a little doodle keeps jumping to reach new heights, but sometimes he falls. Does he give up? No, he gets right back to jumping.
I'm running away.
Don't.
No!
Did he just fall up the stairs?
No. I'm trying to in a cave. Dude, this guy is freaking hilarious. This is all
I'm
AI
just a
voices.
caterpillar. All I do is try. But I wish I was a butterfly. I'm not even a caterpillar.
There he is.
Holy shit, you guys found me, but how?
We talked to a little turtle that saw you run into this cave.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
No, Joe, he's joking. You have your shared location with us, so we use that. The point is, you need to get out of this cave.
But it's been so long. The cave is all I know.
It's literally been one day. Come on, Joe. Life can be hard, but you can't just drown in your own pain. You have to move forward. We want to take you out tonight so you can find a new girl, someone better than Rachel.
You're right. I've been a caterpillar long enough. Time to be a butterfly.
Sure, whatever the hell that means.
There's a cute girl over there, Joe. Go break the ice.
Yeah, say something smooth.
Okay, here goes nothing. Hi.
Hello.
Scoobity doobity doo.
What?
I mean, I like your outfit.
No, that guy has tons of stuff. He has them when they're like driving in a car. Put the a War Thunder. Yeah, yep. You know, or the War Thunder one. I'm not going to play that guy's whole channel. I'm going to have people go watch it. But yeah, the War Thunder one is pretty funny. I can't believe that the dude only has 500 some subscribers.
You sure? Short's not like 500,000.
No, it's only like 500 some subscribers.
He's killing it.
I know. He is. I mean, this shit is hilarious. Yeah, I mean, he only has 500 subs. I like finding little. Now he has over 604 subs. So yeah, yeah. So good for him. But he have like. All right, here you go. Here you go. Give me 1 second. Oh, damn it. hold on. Ah, okay, hold on. Okay, here you go. This one is freaking fantastic. This is like a sequel. The whole thing is like a show, like where it's Joe Obama.
I can't believe Joe started dating that girl he met at the bar. I'm happy for him.
Yeah, me too. Where is he, by the way?
He told me he's getting a dog.
Hey guys, how do you like my new dog?
Dude, are you serious?
I think it's a golden retriever.
That would be a moose.
Oh shit, really? That would explain some things.
How does that even happen?
I don't know, man. These things happen. I think it's because I've been so stressed since quitting my job.
Wait, why did you quit your job?
They wouldn't let me work remote.
Yeah, you got to negotiate that up front.
Yeah, and my new girlfriend, whatever her name is, keeps wanting to go to restaurants she sees on Instagram. It's costing me a fortune. Do you guys know anyone hiring?
Actually, I do. My cousin runs a software startup that sells snacks to companies. I could get you an interview for a sales job.
That'd be awesome. Sales are my favorite kind of boat.
So it says here that your last job was being president. Why exactly do you want to switch roles?
It was too political. I really think my calling is selling snacks to companies.
Okay, and do you have any experience with sales?
No, I've actually never been on a boat.
No idea what that means in this context. But
Vintage.
luckily, we're a sales organization, so we hire everyone. So with that said, we'd like to offer you a fully remote sales job. Talk to you Monday.
Awesome. Talk to you Tuesday.
Uh,
I mean Wednesday. I mean Monday. I mean sailboats. Shit.
Hey, this dude is hilarious. I mean, he's doing like a really, really smart thing, right?
Joe, this is hello.
Oh yeah.
What?
I mean, hello, this is Joe.
Okay. Why are you calling me?
I don't remember. Oh, wait, I remember now. Yeah, we're a new startup that sells snacks to companies. We can increase profits by 200% because employees who are full work harder or something.
That's definitely not true.
You're right. I'm such a fraud.
how are the cold calls coming?
The temperature is fine, but I can't get any appointments.
Okay, well, if you don't get an appointment by the end of the day, you're fired.
Hello, will you please set an appointment with me? If you do it, I'll eat an entire hat.
You set any appointments yet, Joe?
No, but I'm providing value.
You've had all day, Joe. If you don't get an appointment on the next call, then you're fired.
This is Joe. We sell snacks to companies. Our snacks can...
Say no more. I'll buy every snack your company has. Meet me tomorrow at my imagination.
Where is that? Is that in Kansas?
Sort of, but I changed my mind. Meet me in Calabasas tomorrow. My spirit will send you the address. Bye.
All right, no, I just like to highlight channels that is that I find funny that are small, and that guy is really is a really small channel, but he's doing some really funny stuff. And Rich suggested that I do it, but I found this channel and damn it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's tons of channels that do it, but he's just one of the funnier ones. They have one where it's Obama, Bush, Biden, and Trump, and they're like in a car driving around. There's one where they go to a swimming pool. There's one where they play Warhammer. There's one where they're ranking Zelda. And one of the common themes to all the stuff is that Biden is an idiot. It's basically just like Trump and Obama are like, are you serious? I like that when they're like, well, you know, say something to her smart. Zippity zippity do. Like, what? Yeah, I don't know. I like it. Mikey is still on this call, so I don't know if we're gonna have him
That's all right,
today.
man. That means we got him for another day then. I can talk about the Styro Trigger Pack again.
No, don't talk about the Star Arc trigger back. No one really cares about.
These people tuned in late.
Just joking. So
we had Xander. You went to bed early. I was gonna say, did you see Dark Show? We had Xander on last night.
no, I was getting Dark invited me on, but I was getting killed with a headache, so I just bowed out and went to sleep very, very early. I was asleep the whole entire thing.
So I don't know if the video came out today, but Brandon Herrera's got a machine shop and showing off parts for the AK-50. And apparently this machine shop is in Texas, and they got their own video channel, YouTube channel, and they show a lot of equipment.
So AK-50 actually in existence now?
Well, the parts for the V3.
Oh, okay.
So this company is machining them, and they're picking up the parts. So that's stupid cool. Hopefully that means they're going to have something slapped together and test firing.
All right.
I just, you know, I don't know a whole lot about the scale of these things. You know, so like building a gas operated rifle is got to be pretty complex. You know, bolt action isn't that complex. There's just a bunch of known stuff. Getting the gas system to work right is a whole nother ball of wax. And like small shops doing 50 cals, like Serbu has a gas operated 50 cal. A lot of places like Walter Keller that has a bolt action 50 cal. And just coming up with a design and all the iterations to make it work, that's got to be incredibly frustrating. I haven't built or designed anything real complex in 3D printing, but a lot of times what I'll do is like print smaller sections of something just to make sure I got the interface area correct. And I don't know how much you get to do of that with building a firearm. He did print parts of his design, like after he CAD'd stuff up, he did a 3D printed model to see how it would go together. It looked like the parts were SLA. Shoot a go, New England.
By the way, I'm pinning a link out in the chat. It's not an affiliate link or anything else like that, but it's just a good deal.
What's the deal? What is that? Oh, is that an SLA printer?
Yeah, from 199. The Flash Forge.
And what's the volume on that?
It's going to be small because it's, you know.
It's like a cell phone screen.
Yeah,
size.
It's like 192 by 120 by 200. Which, you know, it's an SLA, so.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a deal earlier on you were talking about with SLA printers, and just there's a whole, you know, post-processing, you know, there's just different chemical baths, UV lights, and all that bit. So
well, you do like an ISO bath, then you put it under a curing station. It's a little bit more work, but it comes out like freaking insane.
So your baseline price getting into SLA printing is a little bit higher, you know,
you got to buy a curing station.
Yeah. Whereas, you know, with 3D printing, I mean, pretty much you just use some pliers and snips and files, and boom, you're set. I love the tree supports. I don't know if you can see that.
No, I'm looking. So, all right, show me.
So the tree supports, it's like really using filament sparingly to do that. So just support the areas that need support. It's just pretty darn cool.
You should do what I do.
What's that?
Dual head extruder with water soluble tree supports.
So with the Bamboo P1P, I could get the filament changer. You can have 4 different filaments, and that would allow me to do the you know, water soluble supports. But that water soluble filament's pretty expensive. But if you use the Prusa slicer,
you don't have to use it for the whole entire. You just use it where it attaches.
Right. Which I love that idea, because then then when the part comes out, like there's a slot here I have to file to make sure it's smooth. Like this area here where the supports are, I have to file and make sure it's smooth. Those kinds of things. So that there's manual post processing that you have to do. So something like when you have water soluble filament in FDM printing, that really is a big game changer.
Yeah, it's expensive, yeah, but you don't really have to use a lot of it. What I was thinking about doing is like printing a water soluble Glock. So if I ever have to use it, I can just throw it in the bathtub.
Yeah, but good luck with that being rigid enough.
It's a joke, Rich. Ruby Rich. Rich doesn't get jokes very often.
All right, so whoa, a half kilogram of water soluble filaments, $38.
Yeah, but that's gonna last you forever if you're only printing like the very, very edge of the supports.
Here's a brand. Kilo is $59, so that's a good price. And that's Polymaker.
Polymaker is a really good brand.
Gizmo Dorks. All right, I'm just trying to check. It doesn't say. I don't see where it would say PVA. They have $20 filament, but it doesn't say it's PVA. Hips filament. I don't know what Hips is.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's not PVA.
Yeah. You are most
Edible Glocks.
Edible Glocks. That's a good idea. You can have a little snack. Although the heavy metals might cause a little bit of issues. Your kid might be born with 3 eyes or something. I don't know.
Yeah, the purging of the nozzle, there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go through fits with printing. Actually, what I was thinking about printing, because I have 4 functional printers and they're all quiet right now. What I was thinking about printing was a Cyclone dust collector, dust separator.
Nice. Yeah, but come on, I'm PLA. I got dual-headed shooters.
So there's no purging.
Yeah. With the P1P, there would be purging.
Yeah. So you could do who is the company that came out with like Ender knockoffs? What was the name?
I know
they were hot AF for a minute.
Monoprice came out with they weren't knockoffs, they were Wahoo printers, and they were just rebranded.
Oh.
Which is very similar to Enders.
Which Enders are similar to Prusa's, but metal framed. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean their printers are pretty.
All right,
I gave one to
Elegoo
Dark.
is one of the companies. There's another. ByQ is another company that came out with something. Whoa.
I'm looking at the monoprice printers right now.
All right. Oh, I can't click on that link. Damn it. So Zip turned me on to comgrow.com. Wholesale pack 2 Ender. I can't see what Ender's 219. Ender 3V2 bulk packaging 219 for 2. Ron, is Misty watching?
Buy it, Ron. Just blame Rich. Yeah, Monoprice still has some printers. They have like a fully enclosed printer.
Yeah, actually,
PLA Plus, ABS, PETG, TPU, all that good stuff.
I got to do the enclosure. Actually, a couple of things I need to do on my bamboo is I have the parts to do the enclosure, and I bought early, so I got the large parts cooler and the camera set up for it. So I need to install those things: camera, light, and parts cooler. Actually,
Yep. I might give myself another 3D printer soon.
dude, get a bamboo.
No, I want to get the bamboo carbon.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say if you get the bamboo carbon with the filament changer, that's like heaven. That now you can print Glock frames in like 4 different colors.
Yeah, the Tron XY. I've heard some bad stuff about the Tron XY.
Tronxy's been around forever.
Yeah, but I heard some bad stuff.
I think they had a
usually
period
bad stuff.
where, yeah, I seem to remember that. I remember some of the guys back when I was doing a 3D printing show. They had the Tronxy and it was good, but I think they did go through a period of poor quality. I don't remember the specific details. Come out in places, Big Bed Gang. Yeah, I don't know.
I kind of want a big bed printer.
Yeah, the what is the P1P volume?
Not as big as the.
It's 256 cubed, and the Ender 7 is 250 by 250 by 300. So it's actually taller on the Ender 7, but 6 millimeters, which nobody would ever know, smaller in the X and Y.
Yeah, but like if you like Tronxy, let's say you go with the Tronxy, right? They do have a 400 by 400 by 400.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
I don't know. Maybe I'll try Tronxy. I want to do like the large scale printers.
So I would say just Tronxy or CR10.
Yeah. How long did it take to build a Tronxy?
Wow, CR10 is 314. Oh, okay, the CR10 isn't huge. It's 300 by 300 by 400.
They actually have dual color, 2 in, 2 out. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Just to see how it is.
All right, and the Ender 5 Plus is 350 by 350 by 400. So the Ender 5 is not a Core XY. You can get a Core XY setup for it, but again, that's extra money.
Yeah.
Ron says I won't be happy until I get a printer big enough to print a plane. Somebody was doing a 3D printed plane project a while back.
There's 3D printed houses.
Well, concrete. Yeah, they're for the most part not that interesting.
No, but it's still. I mean, it's kind of interesting that they're. Have you seen it?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen it.
You don't
Probably
think that's
wasn't
interesting to you? How it works?
uh,
I mean, it's just like it's laying down concrete. Yeah, I get it, but it's still interesting how you're not having someone mix it up and spread it out and.
Okay, I think there's all right. So this house was built like many warehouses are built. The walls are precast concrete, made in a factory, trucked onto site, and put up with a crane. And something like that would probably be more efficient to do than these 3D printed houses. But I think you probably have to have less skilled labor to do the 3D printed house. You just have to have one guy that knows how to operate the machine.
I think that's kind of cool.
Whereas,
All I know is we're all doomed. The machines are going to take over.
but so ChatGPT is going to be 3D printing houses. Is what you think?
No, ChatGPT is going to be telling the other robots how to design the printer in the factory, and then the factory robots are going to produce it, and then the automatic trucks are going to drive it to the site, and then you're going to have
The
like,
Tesla truck.
well, like, then you're going to have like smart cranes set up the printer, and then the printer is going to send the code created by ChatGPT to actually build the house. And the code's going to be custom written by ChatGPT. We're doomed. We are so doomed.
What are we talking about here, Ron Bear? Into space.
What I'm doing
Oh,
is I'm
the
preparing
3D
to go
printed
to war
rocket.
against. I'm preparing to go to war against the machines.
You are.
Like how crazy it is that, you know, back in the 90s, people were reading the Unabomber manifesto saying, "Oh, this guy's nuts. He is crazy." Then when you read it now, it's like, holy shit, he was right.
Was he saying the machines are going to take over the world?
A lot of stuff like that. Like
There's going to
just
be
like
AI and we're going to be screwed.
it was incredibly based. Yeah, just a lot of stuff about technology and how technology is going to yeah. So I think the next step in humanity is going to be a merging of man and machine into cyborgs.
You're already cyborg, John.
Yeah, but I think it's going to get even more in depth. Like until one day, like 1,000 years in the future, we're all going to be machine, no human left.
You're talking just like Guardians of the Galaxy. Is it Gamora? Which one is it?
Well, no, in 1,000 years, we're going to be past that. We're going to be all machine. That's why if you see aliens, they're not going to be like flesh and blood. They're going to be machine.
You think so?
Yes.
And as a religious man, you're okay with that?
Did I ever say I was okay with that?
Just asking for conversation's sake.
Never said I was okay with that. I'm just saying that's the way it's going to happen. Just where we're going. So prepare your APMO. Prepare.
Well, I think it's simple. You just get an EMP gun and you're set.
They're going to have like EMP resistance. So how are you going to EMP them if they're shielded?
I don't know. You mean there are all of the robot intelligence is going to be housed in microwave ovens?
Not exactly microwave ovens, but something similar. Where the communication is going to be outside, and there's going to be a like an overload switch or whatever to
Opto isolator.
yeah. So you might be able to block communication, but you're not going to be able to shut them down completely.
No, there's always the magic BB theory.
Yeah, there is. Always a magic BB. 99% of the people out there don't know what the magic BB is.
That's okay. Tune in tomorrow, where we're not going to be here.
Should I make them look it up?
Yes.
Why?
Because
We've actually discussed that on the show, right?
Probably.
Okay. All right. All right. We'll go look at the magic BB theory. No. And no, it's not something that Rich just pulled out of his ass one day. It's actually a theory.
Wasn't a comment, was it?
No. I'm just saying
Okay.
people might be like, oh, Rich must
Yep.
I mean, it's been around for how long has that theory been around for?
Oh, yeah, since probably the 50s.
You
I
think?
don't know the origin of it. I'm sure it's been around since early on.
I'm trying to look up magic BB history theory and I can't find.
I should have asked ChatGPT.
You should have. The only thing I'm coming when I can do magic BB theory history is history of the Big Bang Theory. I don't know. Whatever.
I'm sorry, but I'm not sure what the ChatGPT doesn't know what the magic BB theory is.
The only
Could you
person that's
please
ever told me
provide-
about it was you. That's how I learned about the magic BB theory.
Really?
Yeah. You're the one who taught me it.
I'm
Maybe it
just
is
straight up
a.
asking
Maybe it is
ChatGPT
a.
what the magic BB theory is.
Maybe it is a rich theory.
No. How do you come up with that?
I'm googling it now and I can't find it.
Really? Okay. Let me.
But now I'm just googling just magic BB theory.
Oh, I'm sorry. Golden BB. It's the golden BB, I believe.
Okay. You told me it as the magic BB.
Maybe it's golden.
It is golden.
Theoretical golden story from early 20th century. Group of American soldiers.
Yeah, it is golden BB. Thanks,
Okay,
Rich.
golden BB.
I've been telling everyone about the magic BB theory, and it's the golden BB theory. With that, we're over. I'm not going to give Rich his channel because he doesn't deserve it today.
That's okay.
Because he told me a name, and now I look like an idiot to a lot of people.
Nobody thinks you're an idiot, John.
A lot of people,
Except for
probably.
having me as a co-host.
All right,
pro-host.
guys. This is John Crump John Crump Live. You can follow me on John Crump News. Follow Flying Rich at Flying Rich Firearms. Flying Rich on YouTube. Flying Rich _official on Instagram. Flying Rich on MySpace. Flying Rich on Facebook. Flying Rich on Snapchat, and Flying Rich on TikTok.
OnlyFans.
Flying Rich now has a TikTok. No TikTok?
No TikTok.
All right. That's it. Be sure to follow Ron Wayne and Ron Bear and Chris Bullis and whoever has the channel out there. I don't know, come out on PLA.
We got a special guest, special showtime Wednesday, 2 p.m. East Coast time.